What's up, guys? McGowanFitness, Chris McGowan here. Now, usually when you go to the store, you want to buy some protein pancakes. Usually P28 is one of the top brands that you normally would get. Well, I'm going to teach you a way that I make my protein pancakes using basic items that you can pretty much find mainly in the store. And what's going to happen is that you're going to save a lot of money doing it this way versus the normal way of just going and getting the pre-mixed protein powder. So we have our Aunt Jemima's. This is maybe $3 at the store. Now, you don't have to use muscle leg, so to speak. You can always use almond milk or even just simple water if you choose to. I like to use the muscle leg because it adds more protein to the pancakes. And we use this amplified Whey Ball Extreme 60. Now, any protein powder will work. You don't necessarily have to use this one. Anyone will work. This is the one that I personally use. Now, if you don't want this one and you want something else, it'll totally do the same exact thing. So don't think that you have to have this exact protein powder. If you want to use the Walmart brand, you can use the Walmart brand and save some money. All right? So what we're going to do first is we're going to get our little mixing bowl. Get it right up here. Actually, we're not even going to use a mixing bowl this time. We're going to use one of these. Why? Because we're going to add a banana to it. And when you're adding banana, it's really hard to smash up if you're trying to mix it manually. So we're going to put everything in here and just go ahead and grind it up all together. So with this, you just follow the basic instructions right on the back of the package. You're just going to go, let's see, we need 46 grams. So 92 altogether, so we're going to make 2 pancakes. Wait for it to reset. Now, I'm notorious for going over on this. If you do, you just got to get a spoon and just like scoop a little bit out. Wait for it to reset. Did it go over? 90. Oh.
No.
Of course. You're going to go over sometimes. That's okay. I'm at 102. We're going to grab a spoon, scoop some out, see where we're at. Maybe add a little bit more. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be perfect. If you're just creating pancakes and you just want pancakes in general with more protein, this doesn't have to be perfect. Now, this is more along the lines of if you really need to make sure that your macros are really on point, you'll want to go this tedious. You don't have to go this tedious. I love to go this tedious, one, because I compete, and if I'm going to eat something, I want to make sure that I'm counting for everything in it. We're going to use 1 cup. Now, you don't have to use muscle leg. I like to use muscle leg because it's just, of course, like I said before, it's just added protein to the shake. Getting almost, for 1 cup, you're getting 25 grams of protein. Now, you can also use regular egg whites, all whites. I use those just as well. But since I have this on hand, I'm going to use this instead. So this is just 1 cup. So I'm using 0.5, half a cup for every serving that I'm using out of the Aunt Jemima's. And of course, our amplified whey, use that as well. So altogether, we're getting, for 1 cup, we're getting 25 grams of protein from that. We're using two scoops of amplified whey because it's, of course, 2 pancakes. So that in itself is just about 40 grams of protein as well. So we're looking at almost 65 grams of protein. Not including the protein that's already in the Aunt Jemima's pancakes, which is 5 grams, 10 grams of protein. So we're looking at 75 grams of protein in this. And roughly about, without the banana, we're looking at about 64 grams of carbs. The fat is very low for the Aunt Jemima's pancake mix, so you're not going to get a lot of fat. And if you're on a very strict diet, but the fat is low already as it is, you're not going to want to get excess fat from meals that you really don't want the fat in. So we're going to add our simple banana. There we go, right on top. Just want to mix this all up. Now we have the peanut butter reduced fat for right on top of the pancakes when we finish. this off a little bit so we can shake it up in there. Sometimes the powder shoots to the top, and it will never get to the top. So it doesn't take a whole lot to mix this up. Now I'm so anal about making sure that I get every little drop. Alright, there we go. Now another great alternative, because you want to get a lot of carbs in this meal, of course. Pancake syrup, Walden Farms, calorie free. I literally live by this. I eat it in my oatmeal. I eat it almost everything. It's it's more expensive than the normal pancake syrup, but it's definitely worth it. I mean, you're not getting the calories that you need. Or either that, or you can go with sugar free if you're looking for a cheaper alternative. For our little pan down. Now this pretty much is just simple pancake making in its finest. We have our banana blended up in there for flavoring. There we go. I like to lick it off. Now if you're making these for other people, you don't want to do that. But I'm going to do it because that's how I do it. So sometimes these can get a little runny. You want to make sure that this kind of cooked through. So when you flip it, it doesn't make a huge freaking mess. There we go. Boom, look at that. Flipping 101. You see that? You see the technique in the wrist. All the technique came in the wrist. Like Jordan the pancake making. Michael Jordan, pancake flipping extraordinaire. I wonder if I can come out with some shoes. Pancake flippers. There you go. I mean, once one side's cooked, it's pretty much done. You don't want to cook it too long. You want to kind of keep it there. Boom! Look at that. It's a perfect pancake. We got a calorie-free syrup. A little butter for extra taste. I'm all about the taste. And there you go. 3 pancakes, about 75 grams of protein in these pancakes. Calorie-free syrup, and about 60, well, plus the banana that we put in here, around about 75 grams of carbs as well. And the good thing is that the fat's very low, so you're not even getting really a lot of fat out of these. You might be getting about 4 grams of fat, if that. And on top of that, now we can add fat to it, so we can add some peanut butter to it on top of it, and really bring home a good flavor. Good flavor. I feel like Martha Stewart up in there. Here, and I got a secret to share with you. Don't you tell anybody, because this is between me and you. Between me and you. Okay, the secret to success. You ready for this?